Hey guys, Musa here, and today I'm bringing you my Week 2 Monday Night Football prediction between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, without a further ado, let's get started. Now, let's kick it off with the injury report, starting with the Eagles. We got the Eagles out with an A.J. Brown with a hamstring injury. Questionable is Johnny Wilson, who will replace him. He has a hamstring injury. Then we get these players, which I believe will play, are Fred Johnson with a thumb injury, cornerback Isaiah Rodgers with a hand injury, Tyler Steen, tackle with an ankle injury, linebacker Devin White with an ankle injury, and defensive tackle Milton Williams with a foot injury. Now, when it comes to, as I already said, these last players I mentioned will play 100%. Johnny Wilson, I think he'll be a scratch for the game, and I think he might make it like an hour or so before the game. So I think that, yeah, this is going to be a very interesting game without A.J. Brown. I think that the Eagles might have a little bit of trouble against that Falcons secondary without A.J. Brown. Now, moving on to the offense, we got Jalen Hurts at quarterback, Saquon Barkley at running back, Johnny Wilson at receiver, but if he cannot go, Paris Campbell will take over. Devonta Smith at wide receiver, and Jahan Dotson also at wide receiver. Tight end Dallas Goddard, left tackle Jordan Mailata, left guard Landon Dickerson, center Cam Jurgens, left guard Mekhi Becton, and left tackle Lane Johnson. I think that this offense, even without A.J. Brown, would honestly be at least somewhat good. I mean, you got Devonta Smith and Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, Dallas Goddard, and that offensive line is still very good. So I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference. It will make a difference, but not as much as everyone expects. I think that this game's gonna be very interesting when it comes to that. And well, the let's see what happens because to be honest, how many games of the Eagles have we seen without A.J. Brown? Now, moving on to the defense, we got defensive ends Milton Williams and Jalen Carter, along with nose tackle Gordon Davis. Weak side linebacker will be Bryce Huff, along with Josh Sweat on the other side, on the strong side. Then we get inside linebackers Zach Bond and Nakobe Dean, while Khalil Ringo and Darius Slay are the corners, with Quinyon Mitchell at the nickelback position. We then get Reed Blankenship at free safety and CJ Gardner Johnson at strong safety. Defensively, I think that they've got this game in the bag. There's no way, as long as Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter and Milton Williams will pressure Kirk Cousins all night long. That is the main thing that the Eagles need to look for. Then you get Huff. Send him on some blitz. Blitz him. Nakobe Dean. Send him on a blitz. Have Zach Bond and Sweat drop back for the pass. And then Darius Slay, Quinyon Mitchell, CJ Gardner Johnson. That secondary is lit. I believe that there is no way that the Atlanta Falcons could actually have some deep bombs in this game with that secondary. Now, moving on to the Atlanta Falcons, we got the injury report with linebacker Nate Ladman out with a calf and quad injury, along with cornerback Antonio Hamilton with a groin injury. He will also be out. Then we get tackle Caleb McGray. I think he'll play. I think he's gonna play. But yeah, he's had a groin injury. And then we got Jace McClellan with a knee injury. Now, when it comes down to it, I don't think they're going to make much of a difference for the Atlanta defense. The running back, you got Bijan at starter. And then Caleb, well, if he can't go, there is always someone right behind him just in case. But when it comes down to it, it's not really going to make much of a difference for the Falcons. Now, on to the offense of the Atlanta Falcons. We got Kirk Cousins at quarterback, Bijan Robinson at running back, Drake London, Darnell Mooney, and Ray McLeod at receiver. Tight end will be Kyle Pitts, Jake Matthews, left tackle, left guard Matthew Bergeron, and then Drew Dalman at center, Chris Lindstrom at right guard, and right tackle Caleb McGray. And honestly, I really see a very good receiving core. Darnell Mooney, Drake London, and sort of Ray McLeod. But then Bijan, that backfield, Kirk Cousins has got this game. He's got the good receivers. He's got, well, I say good, but maybe like Darnell and London. But they're still relatively good. You also got Kyle Pitts as another receiving threat. And that offensive line, I think, will have some trouble with that D line of the Eagles, but still, I think that they'll be doing a relatively decent job, anyways. Now, on to the defense of the Atlanta Falcons, starting off with defensive ends Grady Jarrett and Zach Harrison, with nose tackle David Onyemata. Left, no, not left. A weak side linebacker is Matthew Judon, with Lorenzo Carter at the strong side linebacker position, with inside linebackers being Caden Ellis and Troy Anderson. Cornerbacks, you got AJ Terrell and Mike Hughes. And nickelback, you got D. Al Ford, Jesse Bates at free safety, and Justin Simmons at strong safety. When it comes down to it, them not having to worry about AJ Brown is a very good thing for the Atlanta Falcons. Well, they still got Devonta Smith, but at least that's less pressure on the Eagles secondary. On the Falcons secondary. And to be honest, the Falcons have been doing, like, defensively really good. Like, when it comes to the not allowing touchdowns, they still lost to the Steelers last week, but I feel like they'll have a relatively good opportunity here. But if that's a win, well, you'll just have to find out in the next part. Now, in conclusion, I think that the Eagles will win this 24-17. Now, obviously, the Eagles have, based off of ESPN, 63% chance of winning this game compared with 36% chance for the Falcons. Now, when it comes down to it, I think that the Falcons would do a relatively good job on keeping it close, but not taking the win. I think the Falcons will start out 0-2, and the Eagles will get their first win of the season at, they actually know it. 2-0, because if I'm not mistaken, they did win against Green Bay in Sao Paulo last week. I might be wrong, and if I am, well, you'll see right there in the video. But in the end, when it comes down to it, I think that the Falcons, they'll be doing a good job, but just not good enough. And the Eagles will be able to sneak out a win, probably with a touchdown from Saquon Barkley. Now, that was it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Tweet me any video ideas, and also tell me down in the comments below, who do you think will win and who do you think will lose? Tell me down in the comments below. Now, like this video if you liked it, subscribe, and hit the notification if you want more videos. And I'll see you guys next time.